Hello my friend and good morning. I hope that this video finds you well. Today I'm back. I love to be out here recording for y'all, and I'm at this quite frankly beautiful spot off of this local trail, and yeah, you can just see the river. You can see the sun going up over there, and it's just a absolutely fantastic experience, as you can see. Now, today, I want to say first, I'm a little bit anxious to be here because it is fairly close to a main trail, and so I'm scared that like people will hear me and come here. But I'm facing my fears, and let's face it, this is a beautiful spot. We got to take advantage of that. That's how life is. And so today, we see in my monster bag right here, funny enough, we got our drink of the day, which is going to be this can of Rockstar Strawberry Lime. This is a new flavor in Canada. It is sugar free, 160 milligrams of caffeine, and I think that's just about all we gotta say. Let's dig into it, shall we? Very excited about this because love Rockstar, love strawberry, love lime. Smells very good. Oh my god. Yup, this one's a winner. Oh, that's so good. I'm very happy that Rockstar is still occasionally coming out with things I love, cause so they're a hit or miss brand. I gotta be honest sometimes, but yeah, they still got their bangers occasionally, and I'm very very happy for that. So today, I will just be talking about, I guess, my aspirations for the future, because I think it's always great to be thinking about those things, even if they might seem a little far away. Best believe it. And so I guess I could say my Lord, my biggest aspiration at the moment has got to be just finding work, and it's definitely something I'm like trying to get more far ahead on. Um, I do actually have work today, which is, I mean, that's great. I love that. I have like a arrangement where like I get shifts with this company occasionally, but it's a fairly rare thing. But I'm definitely grateful that I have some work. Oh my god, that's a can of sugar-free OG Rockstar over there. Yeah, don't litter, guys. Never litter. It's bad. Yeah, I'm definitely glad I got to work today. Um, and in a couple weeks, I'm gonna work for like the whole week basically, and yeah, I'm excited for that because I can save a little bit of money and be using that on to make some trips in the summer, which I'm very excited for sure. And I forgot what I was gonna say after that. Give me a moment. Right, but it just makes me think how you know we are we love to think of our dreams as these very distant things in the future, but they might not, this is what I want to communicate today. They might not be as far to you as they might seem in the moment, right? Because like, I said like my temporary, like my current aspiration is to find work, but a long term, I like my real goal, I guess, is to just have like a stable house and have enough money where I can like comfortably live off of and retire early, and just have a simple life and engage in my hobbies and get into gardening and stuff and just do what I love. That is my real dream. just to be able to engage in my hobbies without fear of any instability or anything like that, and just do what makes me truly happy. And you know what I want to say, I gotta say it, is that we are closer to that. I'm closer to that dream than I realize. Because when I think of the kind of person that I would be in that dream, right? Would I be someone who goes out on a walk at 6 in the morning to go record for their YouTube channel that they love? Out in the beautiful marshes of New Brunswick? Yes, I would be that kind of person. Would I be sat on the ground drinking the all-new Rockstar Strawberry Lime Zero Sugar? Yes, I would. And it's delicious. Of course I would be doing that, my friends, because my dream is, when you boil it down to what it truly is, it's just being able to meaningfully engage in the world around me. And today, I might not have the means to get myself to my dream, but I still have the ability to engage with the essence, the inspiration behind my dream, and that is to appreciate life. And those clouds look really beautiful. And so yeah, I'm out here and I'm loving it, and I might be far from those things I want to achieve in life, but my spirit is not far from the spirit I will have when I will achieve those things. I will be older, but I don't know if my mindset will be different. And I was thinking before this, sorry, I need to put my gloves on because it is like 2 degrees right now and it's pretty cold. I hope I don't completely lose my train of thought there. Let's have another sip, shall we? Oh, Lord, excuse me. Very delicious drink, that's for sure. And I'm very much, Lord, very much enjoying it. And I was wondering what kind of content you guys would like to see from me, because I definitely enjoy just drinking the energy drink while I'm talking to y'all. But I was wondering if y'all would be into some more like long form review content. But I was thinking I would keep these kind of videos to just talking about stuff for now, since yeah, I don't know how much of an audience there would be for that kind of longer form review style content. It's definitely something I would be interested in doing at some point, but I think I'll keep it to the shorter the shorts for the reviews for now, since that does seem to be what's working for me in the moment. Yeah, if you want to elaborate a little on this goal of mine, I mean, even in other ways that I'm close to it, would I be the kind of person who reads in this goal? Yes, I would be. And I'm trying to read more, and I find that reading about like useful topics, not just like fiction. Not that fiction is not useful. I'm sure you can learn a lot from it, but for me, what works for me for reading is just getting information. That's what really drives me to do that. And so I like reading about how the brain works, how behavior change works, all sort of things like that, or about relationships. And I think I would like to get into reading about like non-human, or I don't know how to describe that. I want to get into like gardening, and I think it would be very cool to read books about that because you can get some good information from that. And yeah, that's basically all I had to say on that part. But yeah, what else in this dream of mine? I would have someone there to help me, and I do have a hair sticking out right now. I would have I already do have an amazing partner in life right now. So, maybe we're already close to that dream in another way. And I do cherish that quite a lot. But I'm just trying to bring some positivity out. We all have our own goals and stuff, and I'm just realizing, there's always going to be periods in life where you got some things that you're trying to work on and it's hard. But I just want you to know that as long as you are doing your very best and you're doing something for yourself and some trying for yourself every day, or maybe not every day, but you know what I'm saying. If you can do that for yourself, then your dream is probably realistic, and it's probably something you can actually achieve if you keep that kind of dedication to it, of just going out there and doing your very best at something. Yeah. Another goal that's not really like a tangible as much thing would definitely be to battle my anxiety and not be as afraid of social situations. And yeah, it's a very difficult thing to work on because the book I'm reading kind of delves into where all of those things came from for me. And so I think that would be quite helpful to deconstruct those things a little bit. But yeah, that's definitely another goal of mine that I want to try to work on a little bit more, because like starting interactions, especially with people that I don't know very well, excuse me, is something very difficult for me, and I don't really know how to do it much at all. But it's something I would like to learn how to do for sure, and it is, yeah. I would just like to be able to like walk up to people and just make more friends out, because it's very hard to have people around you who are good socially and meeting new people and things when you're kind of struggling with it and needing to stay back from those situations. And I think recording out in public like this, it might help me with that a little bit. A runner just went by, and I mean, like, I don't know, I just feel like talking. I am, yeah, I do like doing this because, like, one, I get to like communicate my thoughts. It gets me to organize my thoughts in a way that is communicable to people. And that's something that, like, just when you're just thinking, you don't really do as much. And so I'm definitely glad I get to be doing that. And another part of it is that I just get to be like talking like this when there's like probably people like out there somewhere that might hear me, might not. But Yeah, I think that's definitely a good part of it as well, because, you know, anything could happen. Like, I don't think I'm gonna die. Like, anxiety is weird like that. I don't think anyone's gonna come here and murder me. I don't know why they would do that. Could someone come out here and like some like 50-year-old like gentleman comes here, and I pause my video and like, what's up, man? How's it going? What brings you out here? Could that happen? Yeah, that could happen. And you know what? I'm fine. I'm fine with that happening. I'm fine with explaining what YouTube is to some guy. Because, you know, we're from the same place. We got something in common. We got this beautiful view in common. Of course. Oh, hold up. This beautiful view indeed. Something we may not have in common, of course, is the Rockstar Strawberry Lime. As, yeah, that's my thing. It's not their thing. They can't have it. Anyways, on the theme of anxiety and facing anxiety, one thing I definitely struggle from, just a tiny bit, because as I said, I do have like a long-term relationship at the moment, but I do still struggle from loneliness at some times, because I don't have like a massive amount of friends. I have like a close circle, but a lot of them are mostly unavailable, or are like actually just living somewhere else right now. And so it's hard to have people other than my partner that I see on a regular basis. And it's definitely rough, because there's times where like I just don't talk to many people for like a couple days in a row. And I mean, yeah, I imagine that's not like the best thing for my brain to be in like kind of isolation with that, even though I'm just fine with like being alone with myself. You know, for a large part of my childhood, I didn't surround myself with many people, and that was mostly on purpose. But yeah, I definitely want to get better at reaching out to people I haven't reached out in a long time, and just hanging out with people one on one, you know, because I feel like friend groups are are naturally just never going to be as close as those kind of one-on-one friendships. And I feel like friend groups can only really work if there are a lot of one-on-one friendships within that friend group. Sorry, the cold is like getting to me a little. I kind of underestimated it. But yeah, I want to like place more time in my life for my friends, cuz loneliness ain't fun, and my friends are very fun. And you know, that's the thing with anxiety. There's really nothing to be afraid of. Like, and even something bad did happen. Like, that's life. That's just how life goes. And, you know, it's not worth the hiding that it takes for you to like not see your friends. Like the joy you get from seeing your friend, and the like the negative comfort from hiding, it's not an equal interaction. It's not. There's one of those is better than the other. One of those is living, one of those is rotting. You know, that's just the way I see it. I think, you know, there's I heard someone say once, like, I don't know if they were on their deathbed or like they were just talking about people on their deathbed, but they said that like it's not what they did in life that they regret, it's what they didn't do. And life sometimes is just about showing up. And being there, because that's the hardest part of anything. Most of the work of everything you're going to do in life is not the actual work itself, it's showing up to work. It's showing up to that meeting with or that hangout with your friends, even if you don't know if you're in the mood, or if you're afraid, you're anxious. It's not, or like if I'm talking about making music, it's not making music that's the work. It's opening the program. It's like starting that very first melody, because once you've started, you're set. You don't gotta think about it anymore. You feel? Let's have another sip. The birds, I wish I would have mentioned that in my last video. The birds were chirping. It was beautiful. The birds are chirping here too. I hear some geese. A couple smaller birds over here. I got a friend who's very into birds. They worked this job where they had to like learn some birds, and so they had all the birds memorized. And you know, that's an amazing thing. That is a beautiful thing. Just like this marvelous view that I will show you again, because you know, we can appreciate it together. That's what life is all about, indeed. And this video is getting a bit longer than I thought it would be, and you know, I'm glad about that. We'll see how it goes. I love trying different things and seeing how people react to it, because I think a lot of people resonated with my last video, because it was, I mean, it was an accessible subject, and also because it was shorter. It wasn't 50 minutes long, which I acknowledge is not the most accessible thing in the world, I will say. But you know, that's all right. I make these videos for myself because they make me happy. And look, you can see the sun a little bit over there. Ain't that beautiful? Just absolutely marvelous, my friend. Let's hit this again, shall we? I saw a bird flying. I genuinely thought that was a guy, because it's kind of big bird. Not big bird, it's a big bird. If Big Bird was here, I'd be going crazy. Give me your autograph, bro. I'm crazy for you. I'm just joking. I'm just being a silly little prankster, of course, as I am sometimes. That's all right. And what was I talking about? Just friends and stuff. You know, I feel like right now society, or especially younger people, are in this place in the world where they've been hurt, and frankly they've been mistreated by technology and social media, and it's had a bad impact on their social lives, because I feel a lot of people these days are afraid of connection and of love, because they're afraid of getting hurt. They're afraid of what they don't know. But you know, I think life, it's about loving with the hurt, if that makes sense. Like, there is no love without heartbreak. There is no beginnings without ends. But you cannot run from love, from beginnings, because you're afraid of what comes after. Because that's just what life is. There's always going to be bad parts, but you can't avoid the good parts. Because, you know, I don't know. I didn't think about this. This is new, which I like. I didn't think about this beforehand. I didn't think I'd be talking about this. But oh Lord, excuse me. The carbon, I wish I had a higher tolerance to the carbonation, so I wasn't always stopping mid-sentence in these videos, but it's okay, my friends. You feel once again. But yeah, I feel like there a lot of people are just afraid of love. And I just think you gotta get out there and just live, and just let it see, let it take you where it takes you, because that's those things that make life worth living, those things that bring you joy and comfort and a place to be. You can't be running from them like that, because that is what is going to make you truly happy in the long run. That's what's that's what you're not going to be escaping from in like 20 years, you know? That's going to that is going to be what makes your life worth it in the end. It's love. It's I don't know if love for you is a relationship or friends or your hobbies, but if there's nothing that you love, quite frankly, I don't know what you're doing here. I don't know what you're doing with your time, because like that's the whole point of it for me. And this tree is like putting a shadow on me. Like this tiny little tree. Anyways, yeah, I think a lot of people are just afraid of love, and that's another thing. They're afraid of people knowing that they are loving beings, because like I'm not on TikTok, but I see people talking about these people on TikTok. So I don't know how many people are being like this, but they're like, oh, I want to be mysterious so bad, or like they're actually trying to be mysterious, which like why is that our goal? Why is that our goal? Because when you like bring it down to what it is, being mysterious is just other people not knowing about you. So you know what I think that is? I think that's just people being afraid. You know, they're afraid of other people knowing about them, or knowing any basic information about them beyond like what they look like. And that's why they want to be mysterious, because they are afraid of judgment. They are afraid of themselves, because if they're proud of themselves, they wouldn't want to be mysterious. They would just be open and just be themselves, and not have these like weird personality aspirations that they learn from like social media, that's designed to drain out all of your like personal things and turn yourself into this like content machine for the algorithm. You would just be yourself and you'd be fine with that. And I think people, I don't know, that's just something that like icks me out a little bit. Okay, I don't want to be using the word ick. I meant irk. It irks me, because it's really just a symptom of our social isolation and of our fears. And I don't think that's something we should be striving for, or looking, or like trying to bring into our lives. I think that's something we got to face in ourselves, and to quite frankly stop doing, because yeah, like I don't think people not knowing anything about you is good. We are social creatures. We need some level of like feeling of belonging in this world, and of feeling supported by our neighbors. And I don't see how trying to hide yourself is the way to get there, you know? So that's why, yeah, that's just something I don't really resonate with at all. And there's so many of these people, they're like outgoing people, but like they're naturally outgoing people, but they see about this on TikTok and they're like, oh, I want to be like this, because you just resonate with the aesthetic. Let's be honest. Like, you can like something in other people, but that doesn't mean it's a part of you. And I feel like people really forget that these days, because like a sense I feel like there's such a sense of identity lacking in a lot of people because their mode of spending time is just being on TikTok, and there's not much else beyond that. And I'm so against that because, you know, if I was on TikTok right now, I wouldn't be. The sun's coming up. It's really beautiful now. I would not have witnessed this amazing sunrise on this Thursday morning at 6 a.m. And, you know, that would suck. It would suck to not be here because this is awesome. And yeah, I feel like there's kind of a sense of identity lacking in a lot of young people because they aren't really parented. They aren't really shown how to make sense of the world. To be honest, I was not shown how to make sense of the world. I made sense of it myself, and I think I'm one of the rarer cases of people that were given the opportunity to do that at a young age and kind of made it in an okay situation, at least with my relationship to myself. I obviously have struggles in life, but I think I don't struggle with knowing what I want or how I feel. It takes me some time sometimes, but at the end I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna be comfortable with where I'm at. And my God, I just showed it, but like, this is absolutely beautiful. Let's have another sip. We're getting to the end of this drink. Got probably like a quarter left. And yeah, man, am I enjoying this thing, and am I enjoying this beautiful sunrise. This is a marvelous experience. Might be coming here again, but before I do that, I got a lot of other ideas for where to record. I think I'm gonna end this can and wrap up the video shortly, as I've talked about more than I actually wanted to talk about. I'm happy about that. I'm happy I could talk for 32 minutes. That makes me very happy. And of course, that's different from conversing with other people face to face, but it's something, and it's something I'm proud of, because you're only going to get to your goals through those little steps, and those little steps that make you happy. You can't be trying some big things and getting miserable when it doesn't work. So, does this help me talk to people better? Maybe a little bit, but it makes me feel good. So we're gonna get there, slowly but surely, my friends. I hope this helped you. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and that this made it a little better. And I hope you can do something nice for yourself today. Thank you to Jacob fucking Jones and to Commie Ramos for being my big inspirations. They are some marvelous creators, and you should check them out if you haven't already. It's funny that I'm shouting them out because they're like so much more, like, they have so much more followers than me. But what can I say? I love them, and you might love them if you love my content. I was very inspired by them. Anyways, yeah, all done this can. I'm leaving it here, but I am picking it up after in my monster bag. Do not be littering, y'all. And yeah, I hope I can be this like anti spiral pipeline for some people, as they call it. If I can help someone, then, you know, that's just amazing. And if I don't, that's okay. I'm not trying to change the world out here, but if I can bring the kind of joy I try to bring myself to someone else, then, you know, that makes it so much more worth it. Because, yeah, I want all of y'all to thrive. And I think that's all I gotta say for this one. So, Lord, excuse me. Till the next one, I hope you're having a fantastic day. I hope you can do something nice for yourself today. My name is Luca. I love you, and have a marvelous time in life.